Good morning, everyone. Good morning, my people. Welcome back. We are here again to tell you that yes, though all could be over everywhere in Biafra land, but we are still standing and doing the needful, especially the resistant fighters. They have done great deal against some companies, setting it ablaze. That is it. They must learn to obey the laws of the land. Indigenous people have one demand, and that is very simple. Companies, especially the oil companies, they should stop remitting money or having deal with Nigerian government, because Nigeria is a scam and owns no oil at all. What is Nigeria? Nigeria is now North and Yoruba, excluding the people from the southeast. So there is nothing like Nigeria. It has divided with hate and a lot of other things. Then now let's join the new dimension, new next step that our Prime Minister and the cabinet will take, because there is war ongoing. War ongoing. While we fight the war, there are new things, steps we need to take. And that is what is being discussed here right now. Join us.
Okay.
Now that
Biafra.
now that with your support, we have been able to fix everything. It is the next thing in line is the lobby. We are going for the lobby.
Okay.
As this war is going on, our lobby will be ringing bell in the Congress in the United States. It is going to start happening in a few days' time. There is no casualty in ESN. Did you hear of any casualty? Have you been seeing any picture of anything, both from the enemy camp? The technology that we are using today is working very perfectly, and we are very happy with it. We need more boast of it, and not the kind of technology I will come here and tell you how we use it, because the enemy is still surprised and shocked how we are managing to decimate them in Bakassi, for example. They have said we use suicide bombers and all that. We don't buy to the idea of suicide bombing. We use our own technological welfare, and it is working very well. The same thing is happening to some part of Biafra, for example, in Old Imo State. In Olo State, for example, we decimate their tanks, and they are still wondering how it is happening. So we are using that technology, and it is not a security issue, and it's not what I will come here and tell you how we do it. So for the fact that we are using it and it's working for us, it remains like that. So anybody that want to see more of the technology of Biafra, the only thing you need is to continue to support the Biafra Liberation Army and other Biafra forces. That's all.
Thanks. Please, before he continues, when he started that question, he quoted ESN. So please correct it for him so that he will understand that there's nothing like ESN, but the Biafran Defense Forces.
Thank you very much for that observation, son. So, Lawube, you should understand, you people that are in media, we do not have anything like ESN. What we have is Biafra Defense Force, Biafra Liberation Army, Resistance Fighters, Biafra Navy, Air Force. The reason why there is no ESN is that we do not want anything that will implicate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the one who formed and unveiled the Eastern Security Network. So because of the fragile situation, we decided that ESN no longer exists. Every ESN has been collapsed to Biafra Defense Force. So anybody that you see parading him or herself today as ESN is only looking for a way to sabotage Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Exactly.
To say that is the ESN he formed. That's all, nothing else. They have not talked about ESN for the past 2.5 years until now, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have sacked Ejiofor. Everybody knows how I exposed Ejiofor as the eye of the government of Nigeria in IPOB. And today, what happened? Is he there? He told you people he is the only most trusted person of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Where is he today? Everything I have said, it only need time, and the truth will be out.
Yes.
When they see that Ejiofor have been sacked, they begin to push the narrative that, oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu doesn't need court again. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they were shouting about court until Ejiofor was sacked, right? When Ejiofor went to court without the document, without even having a subpoena, without even having the charges against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they were supporting him, right? That was the biggest sabotage. And I have said it before. The day Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was brought to Nigeria, Ejiofor was there. From the intel we have, Ejiofor was there, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu could not see him because they covered his face.
Yes.
And Ejiofor was there doing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu like this. I am telling you before God and man. But you know, it takes a lot of time for people to actually realize what is happening to them. And I'm happy today that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has found out who Ejiofor really is. And for the fact that these criminals, IPOB Nigeria, they were all mad because Ejiofor was sacked. They are no longer talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Everything you see them doing today, you can imagine. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sacked Ejiofor. They are against the sack of Ejiofor. So that will tell you who they are working for, right? So the thing is that this particular Ejiofor was not only responsible for every atrocities happened against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB, but he was part of the planning. He was part of the planning. He confessed by himself, which I made exposition and analysis where he was making the confession. Then people did not see what he did. But after my analysis about his involvement in having meeting with the governors that led to the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, gradually, how many? It took almost 2 years and a half. Ejiofor had done damages.
Yes.
He leaked the secret, everything about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the government. And I will leave it here. So that's my comment for now. No, there is nowhere in the provision of any law in any country that give you the right to register as a freedom fighting movement. There is no provision in any law for that. You must register either using a non-profit organization, or you must register as an entity, or like an organization, either profit-making organization or non-profit making organization. There is no law anywhere that make a provision for you to register as a government, and it becomes a government. So that's one thing everybody must know. So it does not matter whether IPOB was registered as a business entity. What matters is the ideology of IPOB. What matters is on what ground was that business entity registered in the United Kingdom. So their status doesn't matter, because they needed a platform to operate. So what the platform they are using to operate does not matter, whether it's a business or not. It doesn't matter. So what matters is that they have the legal backing of the country. They are recognized as a registered entity. So the entity now, the status of the entity now is secondary. So people should understand this. Even if it is a business entity, they needed some kind of identity to be able to operate, to be able to become IPOB. So the status of IPOB in the United Kingdom is not the main issue. The main issue is that what IPOB stands for. Why was it registered? Was it registered for profit, or was it registered to fight for freedom? That is what matters. So the issue of people pointing hand at IPOB registered as a business is a misplaced priority, because they have to register under something. That is the one thing I want everybody to understand. So to me, it does not matter whether it's a business entity or not. What matters is that what that particular registration, what was it used for, or what is it being used for, is for the restoration of Biafra. And there is no, like I said, there is no law anywhere in the world, there is no country that have a provision in their CAC registration or in their patent and the registration authority that have a provision for you to register as a government. Do you understand that? And that have addressed that question and concern of many people who are thinking that IPOB is a business organization or register as a business. They should understand this. There is no provision to register as a government, because if there is a provision, you register as a government or register as a freedom fighting movement, right? So it must be a non-profit organization that will give community service or community service-based non-profit organization. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the clarity. When you got watch before and I hang my piggy. You got what
Ojukwana question more than they were audio.
in the open hand. That's why you can say
the guy be so suspicious. So it's the other going here. Mammy, how time even animal that was the California.
Please, Sonny, you people should take note of this screenshot. We are now 7,400 live viewers. Record breaking.
Yeah, noted.
Go ahead.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Our PM.
Please, there is still a hand. Sonny, there is still hands up. And Ambassador Uze, there are 2 hands up. Jane and Joseph.
Let's treat the hands up before going to Ayo. Joseph Mosu, can you unmute and speak? You can unmute now. Yeah, go ahead.
Please, PM, give me co-host, sir.
Okay.
Can you so as a morona bata and even no ever above my place or just about travel to Australia, Australia, Royal City. Maybe you have to fly to this remote area to work. So on their logic, I don't know here. So him watch radio about agitation a freedom fighting movement. Enweta Biafra. Enweta Biafra. Biafra ga-emekwa all the whole of old eastern region ọ ga-abụkwa part of this Biafra ka Biafra anyị na-adụ ugbu a or just for Imo, Abia, Ebonyi and Enugu State.
Isokwana this thing na-emekọ Joseph Mosu.
Yes, I saw me a lot of other group which are very close to us. And I had it and then I data. Even sometimes maybe I don't want data.
So are you aware that now we're 40 United States of Biafra?
Yes. From the
so if for the 40 states,
yes, I'm from there.
Okay, so if it's at the 40 states, are you doubting the 40 states or because I'm
PM now from the not here. It's more or less virtually, but all it's very close to face. All can clarify and because for the answer to your question, the answer to your question is yes. And today we have de facto government of Biafra land, and we have 40 United States of Biafra cut across the hinterland and the coastal region. So yes, they are part of Biafra, and they have their own state. And the state what we are practicing in Biafra is confederation, the Confederate State of Biafra, otherwise known as the United States of Biafra. So they are part of Biafra. Okay, my Hemel and George. Ụfọdụ n'ime ha na support. Ụfọdụ n'ime ha na-eso na-abanye na Nigeria na-ekwu about Nigeria. Agago m na these places na-ekwu okwu. Agago m worry. Na-visit all these places.
Why are you worried? Why are you worried about them? On the Igbo not supporting Biafra. This state in a nation now, are they all supporting Biafra? No, everybody must not support Biafra. And that's why we have these taboos today, you see, in Igbo. Are we supposed to be preaching to people about their freedom? No. But that is what makes us human. So, and it's always saying in a democracy, majority carries the vote.
Yes.
So it is not a must. In a freedom fighting movement, you need just 4% or 3% to get freedom of millions of people. It is always like that. In the South Africa, for example, did you hear how many people that were in forefront of the freedom of South Africa against apartheid regime? In India, how many people did you know that fought for India independence? You only know about Gandhi. Is there another person? In South Korea, how many people that fought for their freedom? Czech Republic, Czechoslovakia or Slovakia, how many people? There is always few people that will push for the freedom of the people, and those who will become sabo must be subdued. That's what we are doing in Biafra land, and we are going to do it very well. The reason why The Biafra one is a little bit different. It's because of the system that Nigeria has, imposed on us. And many of you do not know how criminality, forgery, and all these things came to Nigeria. I said it last time in one of our meetings. It started from Biafra War. This 419, this scam, this internet fraud and all that started from Biafra War. That is what gave birth to all the crime, all this internet fraud you see today. And like I said, I will explain it very well in details how it started. In one of these state of the union, our address I will make, I will explain the root of the scam you see today. In Nigeria today, when you see people doing internet fraud, it comes from Biafra or Oduduwa. But the root is what I'm going to explain. So you know that before we fight for this Biafra freedom, we know our end point. We know what is going to be our fate. And we have seen that the future is brighter in our own land than in Nigeria. So the thing that gave birth to fraud, we have started tackling them today. And we can never cross from Nigeria to Biafra land with the mentality of Nigeria and the thing that gave birth to this particular fraud you see everywhere today. We have started tackling it. So that is the reason why every one of you must understand your problem so you get the solution. If you do not understand your problem, you can never solve it. So today we have created that particular the loophole for the collapse of the Nigeria economy, and it is collapsing. And we have the cause in our palm. We also have the solution. There's never going to be a solution, because anything that will bring and revive Nigeria economy, we will never allow it. And remember, in this freedom, they will kill us, we will kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra must come. When I look at people sharing videos of, ESN, Biafra Liberation, they have not mentioned Biafra Liberation Army. They say ESN, so we are not responding to them. Until when they say Biafra Liberation Army camp has been attacked, yes, I will now respond to them if there is need. For now, they have not talked about us. They're only talking about ESN. ESN that doesn't exist. And if you must understand the reason why they continue to say this ESN is because the people who they work with, who they collaborated with to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu, they have told them that now that the Ejiofor is out of the way, because what they used to deceive Biafra is that who is paying the lawyer? Who is paying the lawyer? Immediately Ejiofor is out of the way, they tell you, they gather people and snap picture and snap video, tell you ESN is back. Well, where were the ESN for the past 2.5 years? Nobody is asking that question. Okay? Now, everything that happened, they say ESN, IPOP, ESN. You know why? Because that is exactly what they asked them to do. They say ESN. Even when me, personally, is posting picture of how we are dealing with them, decimating them, they are not going to say Biafra. They say ESN. Have you ever seen anything like that? When somebody comes to say, let me do this thing, though, they say, no, you do it. Another person do it. Have you ever seen anything like that? So, but it is happening. That should tell you exactly going on. But you see what? You know one thing? When you know what you are doing, continue to do it. Because before you start doing what you are doing, you know exactly what the result is going to be. Once that result is coming, don't look back. That's what we're doing. We're not looking back, irrespective of the distraction and propaganda. Today, they tell you they have attacked ESN. You know, they have attacked ESN. Did you see anybody? Have they displayed the body of anybody like they used to do? You know, every time there is something, they display bodies, because that is the only thing that will demoralize the people. Have they done it? No. But of course, I know sometimes now they will go to cell and capture people and kill them, and then tell you, oh, this is ESN, this is ESN. I want to ask you, when did you see them displaying body of anybody? You know, the last time. What they do now is to carry cloth, carry even den gun. We don't use den gun. We have machine gun. Everybody can see that. We use machine gun. We use GPMG. We use many heavy weapons. We use anti-aircraft. If they have done, can they display the anti-aircraft that they have captured from our men? No, because such thing doesn't exist. They went to the market and started dancing. Have you ever seen where military go and start dancing and start telling people don't support IPOB? If they have defeated our men, or according to them, why are they telling people not to support them? It means that they have not done anything. They have lost the war. So my people, don't give room to propaganda. Our own is action-based. And the reason why I'm happy is because I know what they are going through. Very, very well.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. But when he also to tell you, His Excellency, here
Go
Basra
ahead.
this Sita Puma. We make a matter na Sita Puma when the reason because we liberate here the gain the freedom of mass and the Kano. Sita Puma every Monday up to now. It has been going on, if I can remember. In Mambomuagra, Nigeria, Nigeria, at least it's at home like 2 or 3 times.
So what is the question? So what is the question?
The question is, how effective is it? Because I witness come to sit at home. Yes, people want to stop, but to achieve that goal of freedom of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu up till now. So what is he really working?
It is really working. And that is why the economy of Nigeria is there. And let me tell you, enemy, if you understand what freedom fighting is, your enemy doesn't give up easily. It's just like you. You are fighting with somebody in the street and the person knock you. Are you going to just run away? No. You want to show yourself that even if you are dying, you'll be waiting for somebody to come and separate two of you. And you will be trying and praying that, are these people not seeing us? We are fighting. You will be, even your last strength, you will be using to throw punch until somebody will come. Then you will be, when they say, come to stop fighting, you will say, no. I want to kill him. You know within yourself that you don't have strength again. That is what. So you don't expect Nigeria to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu like that. But the most important thing is that you that is imposing sit at home. Do you understand what you are doing? Do you actually know what sit at home can do to the economy? Do you know exactly what you are doing? That's what matters. And like I said, I am not here in the struggle to do try and log, because I understand what the sit at home is doing. That's why I stick to it. But if you don't understand, they will push you, tell you, these people like you will come here and say, oh, it's not working, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have not been released though, and then you give up. It means that they have defeated you. But once you know what the impact of sit at home is, no matter how they try to demoralize you, stick to it. At the end of the day, the result will call itself. Today, the result is calling itself. Do you know why Shetima went to the Southeast and said, if we're able to fix Southeast, we have fixed Nigeria? You don't know. You don't know. If I ask you now, do you know that you are aware that Shetima went to the Southeast and said, anytime we fix Southeast, we have fixed the problem of Nigeria? You don't know the reason he said it. But I'm telling you today, the reason is because they know that the Southeast is the powerhouse of the economy of Nigeria. Every business is going on in Nigeria today is connected to Southeast. I am telling you the fact. Every business in Lagos is connected to Southeast. Business in Kano is connected to Southeast. Business in Abuja is connected to Southeast. And once Southeast economy is disturbed, you disturb the economy in Lagos, you disturb the economy in Abuja, you disturb the economy in Kano. This is what is happening, my people. That's why they are confused. Nobody, no economics, nobody will revive this economy so long as this continues. The sit at home create the uncertainty on the people that are doing business in Nigeria. The sit at home create the fear to multinational corporations that are doing business in Nigeria. The sit at home has proven that Nigeria has lost control of the territory to Biafra. The sit at home has continued to, to show to the outside world many business multinational corporations, and Nigeria has lost it all. They are now incapacitated. And if they don't leave Nigeria now, they may wake up tomorrow and everything they have invested in Nigeria is gone. That is why many companies are folding. You people don't know what is going on. That's why many companies are folding up. Then when they fold up, they will leave small thing. They say to the indigenous or whatever, how they do it offshore, inshore, and they leave something just to stay outside and watch. Because if they don't pull it out, tomorrow everything may burn down. And that is the end. So the sit at home is creating that particular fear. It has also proven that we, the Biafra people, are only loyal to the Biafra government. It means that Nigeria has lost the integrity, the trust on the people of Biafra. That's why they are fighting. They even say we are enforcing it, we are killing people, and all those kind of stories. And let me tell you, in sit at home, that you see people moving does not mean that the effectiveness is not there. What we're looking at is these big companies that will not open in Biafra land. That is the target. Not when you see people in the street, you say, oh, they are moving. You know, the big companies are not, banks are not opening. Banks are not opening. Big government offices are not opening. That is the one that is actually doing the work. Not the people selling something on the street. Not the people selling by the roadside. No, you can see people moving around. It does not matter. The most thing that we are interested in is the banks, is the big companies in Biafra land. They can never open. And with that not opening alone, it is sending a very dangerous signal to the outside world, to the government itself, and the economy has crashed. It takes a long time for the effect to be seen. And now we are going to the third year. So after 2.5 years, the effect is here, my people. What you see happening today has no remedy. And they tell you it is because of the subsidy. But today, we have come to see that even when they announce there is no subsidy, they are paying the subsidy up to $1 trillion. Have you not had it? That they are still paying subsidy? So it is not subsidy. We know what we are doing. And let me tell you, we watch them in the mirror. There is nothing very good that when you see your enemy, watch them and see what they are going through. You know where to be tightening the knot. So so just support whatever we are doing. We are not trying luck. The result is here for you to see. And let me tell you, hunger is coming. You see this hunger in Nigeria, it is not going to affect Ndibo. Because Ndibo don't rely on the policy of Nigeria to survive. Right? Now, if anybody is going to suffer, if Ndibo relied on Nigeria to survive, by now, nobody, the Yoruba people are not sitting at home, but they are crying every day. The North are not sitting at home, they are dying every day for hunger. But we have sit at home for almost 3 years. Nobody is dying. Anybody that is poor is poor. Anybody that cannot feed, cannot feed. It is not because of one day or every Monday sit at home, but because that sit at home has created a very big fear to the corporation companies that power the economy of Nigeria today. And they are no longer having that trust. And we must continue to create that fear until the declaration of Biafra. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, last question. After this
Go
last
ahead.
question.
First of all, Oboro just charge a question now. You see me another question. First of all, do you see any sense in what I just said?
Yes. Okay. Makes sense.
Go ahead with the second. Another question. Go ahead with another question.
So the question now, the two, but on the final. Nkembo is how soon can I get Biafra? Another one, what would release Nnamdi Kanu na Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Kebo ga no name operate. Ebo ga no name an affront for this Biafra agenda. Is it going to be Biafra land? Obodo anyị move over to UK or to any other country?
Okay, we don't buy the idea of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu going back to UK. That's number one. But let him come out first. But we are not buying the idea of him going back to UK. He may not be protected in UK. But let him come out first. Okay? When he come out, we will discuss that particular issue of where he is going to go. And then the second question is whether he will come and start pushing. I don't think Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come and start pushing the way he was pushing before. He has done that job. All he needs to do now is to stay and give directives. You don't see him to come and start making broadcasts. Oh, even before he was captured, he said he's tired of broadcasts. He said he's tired. He don't want to broadcast anymore. What I am doing now is what he wanted to do. They don't allow him. He said he is tired of broadcasting. How many years is he going to broadcast? Is Biafra going to come from broadcasting? No. You need to back it with actions. That action is what we are doing now. Can you imagine if all these criminals today supporting what we are doing, and there is no this fracas here and there? You know where we should have been by now? Because they manipulate a lot of people. So just think about it. Just think about it that let us assume that these people are not creating all this propaganda here and there. Where we should have been now. Now, for the past 3 years, we have managed to do what we have done today. Just think about it. There is no opposition. There is no, this propaganda here and there. There is no this, because no matter how you see it, it did a little bit damage. It did, but we're able to control it, and now we're moving forward. So, but let us assume that this particular distraction were not there. You know where we would have been. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would have been released. I'm telling you, as I'm talking to you today, with the activities of the Biafra liberation, is not begging to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is the Imo State, this administrator, Supreme Court administrator, Hope Usalima, that are promising them that he is capable, he is going to do this. Let them not release him. I am telling you the fact. So the North are tired. This Asewaji you see, Ahmed Tinubu, is tired. Because they know the truth, they know why the economy has crashed. It is because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is because of the sit at home. And let me also tell you that the sit at home is not only for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because what Nigeria wants you to do is when they capture him, you channel all your energy to release him. You forget Biafra. And if that had happened, believe me, they will never ever release him. But today, we have been able to show them that even in the absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Biafra struggle have catapulted to the next level that they never envisioned that it is going to happen. We have been able to do that. So it means that the kidnap is useless. It means that they have wasted their time and now very ashamed how they are going to release him and what condition they are going to give and how they are going to say they are going. So that is what is going on now. Otherwise, it is useless. You remember how they bragged that when they make press release in Abuja, the Lai Mohammed, the Malami, and all of them, they were bragging that Biafra agitation is over. Everybody had it. But today, are they going to come and say the Biafra agitation is over? For the very first time in the history of Biafra, it is being discussed at the National Assembly. For the very first time. For the very first time, every senator in Nigeria have cried. For the very first time. It has never happened since after the war, till now. For the 8 years of IPOB, it never happened, till now. For the very first time in the history of Biafra, the security chiefs are crying over Biafra activity. It has never happened since after the war. This is the first time. So I want you to see the impact we are making. If we are not making that impact, they are not going to cry. If they are not making that, if they are not feeling the impact, and remember that I told our people at a point that wait, what we are doing, the day Nigeria will start crying, they will cry like Tom and Jerry in the movie. When something will hit the other one, they call Jerry, because a woman is there, he will hold it, and when he go outside at the corner of the building, he will open his mouth, to shout, to express the pain. That is what is happening today. They were holding it, thinking that they are going to subdue our activities. So they hold this thing for 2 years. They ignored us. Everything we do, they didn't pay attention. They were ignoring us. And propaganda was everywhere. They sponsored media attack everywhere, thinking that when they even killed a pregnant woman in Enugu, say that it is at home, thinking that when they kill the woman, I'm going to run and go under my bed and say, oh, they have killed a pregnant woman. They used it. The people came from Finland. They took these people, the journalists, to the woman house, interviewed them. Oh, they killed you. They killed the woman, and they were crying. All those things, thinking that it's going to move me. It never moved me because I know our Biafra struggle is not about killing our people. But many of them, they use it as a propaganda. So anything that happened, you will see all the media, they push it. The IPOB Nigeria, they are the ones sharing it on their platform. Oh, they have killed the pregnant woman. Oh, they have killed this one. Oh, they have burned this one. All these things, it did not move me because I know what is it at home we do. Today, what is happening? The result is here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, His Excellency. So, how soon can you go to Biafra?
Biafra, listen to me. Okay. Listen to me. You are sounding like the people Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was referring to in one of his videos. He said,
no.
Let me tell you. Exactly. Thank you very much. So let me tell you. Like I said, our own is not try and lock. What we are doing now is that by November, December this year, we are going to declare the restoration of the independent state of Biafra. November, December this year. After that, we will go to the defense of Biafra land. Then we will have a document, because we are living in a civilized world. We will have a document that you will look at and present to anywhere you go. that Biafra people have consented to this particular movement, to this particular idea, to this particular declaration. That is why we have what we call self-referendum. So we are fighting using multidimensional approach. We are fighting with our guns to make sure that they don't come to kill our people and go free again. We are also following diplomatic approach and political approach. The diplomatic approach and the political approach is the self-referendum that we are conducting today. In this self-referendum in Finland, we are going to count how many millions of Biafra has voted, irrespective of how they will be disenfranchised because of the internet and the e-voting. We will count it. Those people that will come to Finland will be serving Biafra as delegates from different part of the world, and their signatures and name will be appended to the declaration document of the Biafra, a government in exile. So after that, we will now have that particular more upper hand legality for the on behalf of the Biafra people. We will start the defense of Biafra. This particular activity you see today will be taken to the next level. Our target will be government house. Our target will be military base. Our target will be police. Our target will be every presence of Nigeria within Biafra territory. Once we push them out, decimate them, as that is going on, our lobbies, our issue will be on the global level discussion. Now we are having international mainstream media even attending our meeting. Many of you don't know this. In the last cabinet meeting, we have a journalist from the mainstream media watching and observing our cabinet meeting for the very first time in the history. A journalist sat with us for almost 4 hours to observe voting of the establishment of police, Biafra State Police, to observe voting of the establishment of Biafra Security Administrative website, to observe the voting of the establishment of Biafra Ministry of Justice. A journalist, international journalist, was there for 4 hours, and the news will come out very soon. So, my people, we are not trying luck. And after the declaration, November, December this year, we will fight as long as we decimate the presence of Nigeria in Biafra land. If it's going to take us 1 year to do that, we are ready. It's going to take us 2 years to do that, we are ready. It's going to take us 3 years to do that, we are ready. It's going to take us 5 years to fight until we decimate the presence of Nigeria securities in Biafra land. We are ready to do that. Freedom is not today, tomorrow. It's a long time. And I'm going to give you people the history of other countries, how they got their freedom, how many years they fought. But first of all, you need to lay the background. And the background is what we're laying now, legally and international standard way of how other people have done it. We may not do it like them, but we're going to follow that same procedure. So by the time we are doing this Idoakanon, the global discussion will be ongoing, both in the United States Congress, both in other parts of the world, and before you know it, Biafra has come.
Yes, our Prime Minister, Biafra will come. If you have the template and you're following the template and you see things unfolding, then keep pressing that button. Pressing that button because the door will be opened, and that is Biafra coming. Biafra will come. Have faith in it, believe in it, and then go after Biafra. Contribute and distribute. That's it. Thank you very much for your time, everyone. Please help us to share, help us to like, help us to subscribe. God bless you.